Hey, my name is Sid, and welcome to the second episode of the Syrup series. In this episode, we will explore how traditional financial system works and share how Maple solves many of the problems inherent in it through technology. Let's dive in. So first, let's look at why lending actually exists. Zooming out, credit is what makes the world go around. Credit markets are as old as time, and they number in the amount of many trillions of dollars globally. Why is this? Well, first, businesses need capital to operate and to grow. Credit enables businesses to invest in R&D to grow their teams, to acquire assets to scale, as well as to expand. Now, a business has two options for this. The first is debt finance, and the second is equity finance. Businesses tend to prefer debt finance because it allows shareholders to retain their ownership while still providing the business with the ammunition it needs to grow. In TradFi, under-collateralized lending is actually very common, and this is because in all systems, lenders benefit by receiving an interest rate which compensates them for the risk. However, businesses are typically not saddled with collateral that they can actually use to put down to borrow. And this is why under-collateralized lending actually tends to be the norm. So let's look at what problem Maple actually solves. Well, traditional capital markets are notorious for their inefficiency, for their lack of transparency, and for systemic risk that they contain. Maple tries to transform debt capital markets through technology by making it easier and more operationally efficient to run a lending business. How do we actually do this though? Well, in Maple, we solve some of the problems that traditional or TradFi capital markets face, and there are 6 core challenges that are of note here. First, financial markets are not transparent, and this can lead to unknown credit risks. Whereas on Maple, the loan book of each pool, as well as the actions of individual users in those pools, are recorded on chain. And this enables more effective risk management, as well as analytics on capital flows. Second, TradFi is usually focused on one geographic area. I experienced this firsthand myself whilst working in banking in Australia. Contrary to this, Maple is global, and so users come together from all over the world, and the network effect of this is immeasurable. Thirdly, loan turnaround times in TradFi are very slow. Only 7% of loan requests in TradFi are actually processed within a single week, whereas Maple, on the other hand, loan processing is immediate, efficient, and available 24/7. There's no bank holidays or 9 to 5 work days on Maple. Loans can be issued at any time. And then we find that the fourth reason is operational inefficiency in TradFi. So the average credit fund needs to enter data into 11 different forms and tools in order to originate a single loan, whereas Maple is a one-stop shop for operations and reporting for all users and takes out the human error by just reading directly from the blockchain. Fifth, compliance in TradFi is very costly. So with Maple, compliance is built into the protocol itself and executed by smart contracts without as much human discretion there. And this makes it much more cost-effective and predictable. Finally, lots of tools and overhead means piling up of subscriptions and costs in TradFi businesses, whereas the Maple platform is actually kind of like a software bundle, similar to Internet Explorer, where it's free to use. It only charges a small origination fee for the part of borrowers based on every dollar of loans issued. Now we'll look at the final additional benefits of the system. So you can see that Maple is not just better than TradFi, but the platform offers additional value that TradFi simply cannot match. First, there are smart contracts. So all user actions are going to be executed by smart contracts and then immutably recorded on the chain. This is going to create a fair, predictable, and transparent set of workflows. It's far less prone to human error, and it avoids single points of failure or corruption, whilst allowing users to do pretty advanced analysis on the data. Secondly, pools have a specific industry focus, and this allows credit experts to focus on where they have the best edge, as well as for effective risk management on top of the platform. Thirdly, pools have access to global liquidity. So this is very important because it benefits lenders by giving them a global set of yield opportunities, as well as providing borrowers with more access to capital from debt capital markets than they otherwise would have had access to. And fourth, Maple's growth flywheel is definitely the network effects. So every new user who joins the platform makes it more valuable for the existing users on the platform by providing both access to new yield opportunities as well as to new sources of capital. Fifth and finally, having this credit infrastructure on-chain allows users to grab all the data, do advanced modeling and analysis for both better decision-making and ultimately more efficient capital markets. So, wrapping this up, Maple brings efficiency and transparency to global credit markets by providing capital seekers, credit funds, and capital allocators with the technology that they need to optimize their operations for compliance, efficiency, and growth. Thanks for watching the second episode of the Syrup series. In case you missed episode 1, you'll find a link in the description below. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.